Welcome to everyone in the video lecture. I am Dr. Govinda Pal from the Department of Agricultural Engineering, Haldia Institution of Technology. I am going to presenting my lecture, the topic of plant protection equipment, which is associated with the agricultural uh, crop protection science. So I am going to move forward. So, plant protection is a very important branch of agriculture, which is generally associated with the protections of the crops from the disease, pest, and weed, and some control measures which effectively use for protecting the crops. Crop protections is very important because uh, there are so much losses is there of the crops, and in order to reduce these losses, um, the crop protections is very important. So if we going to the this graph, we can see that there are huge losses of the crop which is produced in our agricultural land. Around 20% of the crop is losses by insect. Around 26% of the crop is lost by disease due to the disease and the weeds. Around 33%. So this is a huge numbers. So according to the FAO, that is Food and Agricultural Organizations, the crop losses due to the pest or diseases around 20 to 25% or what. So this is a very huge losses. So we have to be protect these crops from losses because we have a huge populations. We have to be feed them, and in order to if we able to reduce this loss, then the productivity of the agricultural field will be become more. So I'm going to the next slide. What are the basic plant protection equipments? The basic plant protection equipments are generally sprayer, dusters, and the smoke and smoke generators, and the aerial applications which are we generally use in the form of wind aircraft, and others are that is generally used seed dressing drums and the flame throwers, which is used for control the weeds. So these are the basic implement we are generally using crop protection. As we have already discussed that there are huge losses due to the pest and disease of the crops. So we have to be um, control it. If we are able to control it, the productions or that is able to fulfill the demand of our populations very easily. So yeah, we have to be keep in mind that the our we have a huge demand of agricultural productions because of the populations, and it can easily overcome by the proper controlling system. So one of the controlling systems is we are generally using agricultural field, that is different type of engineering controls and applications measures that are used in the field for effective utilization of the crop that effectively utilized in the field to reduce the different type of disease, pest, and weed. So move to the next slide. As we have discussed, there are different percentages of the losses of agricultural field due to the different in different categories. and it can be easily controlled by three different ways. One is preventions, suppressions, and reductions. So, and mechanical method and a method that we are generally can be applied. First is mechanical, biological, genetic, and chemical control. Based on this point, we move further for how we can able to control these problems. So, chemical control of the weeds and the pest. Obviously, there are huge population in the world, and we have to be for the growing of the populations. The cropping intensity also increase, and due to this, the irrigations, proper irrigations systems, or and any other operations, the past continuous operations of the in the field, continuous growing of the crop in the field, the different type of disease, pest are rises, and which we have to be controlled very effective manner. So it is necessary to control the pest and disease uh, of the crops and the wheat in the field very effective way, so that this losses, that is around 20 to 25% can be minimized. And whenever this can be minimized, for this purpose we can use sprayer and duster very effectively. So there are many type of dusters, many type of sprayer are there, which is improve the efficiency, the applications of the crop protections, crop protections materials in the field conditions. So there are different type of plant protections equipments are generally available. These are here presenting. One is suppose manual operated, foot operated, tractor operated, power tiller operated, battery operated, and the engine operated, electric motor operated. So this the basis of the operations power unit that are used for operating the crop protection equipment. So overall, crop protection equipment is it play very important roles for controlling these losses of the crop. So this is very important. If we are able to reduce this loss, we can feed more number of people uh, by the same cost of operations in the agricultural field. So there are different type of equipment we are generally use. Suppose boom type, power operated type, aircraft type, and high pressurized systems we are use for operating this spare duster, all these things for proper automations of the liquid for fertilizer applications purpose. So sphere are used for various purpose. Basically, we are whenever we are using different type of sphere for applications of liquid fertilizer in the field, we can sphere is very effectively used in the field conditions. Apart from this, we can use for controlling herbicide, for controlling the weeds, and application of the different type of herbicide. We are using the sprayer. Apart from some hormones, we can spray easily by the sprayer, and apart from there are many applications is there, some nutritions we can be easily sprayed by the sprayer. because sprayer are very effectively and uniformly distribute the uh, different type of materials in the field conditions. So it is a very important equipment that is effectively used in the field conditions. So apart from the, some biological materials, some virus and bacteria, we can easily apply in the form of liquid by the sprayer. So these are the different purpose of the sprayer which are we are commonly used in the field conditions. So main function of the spheres, what are basics that are basic functions of the sphere which we are generally use the sphere for effectively spreading the liquid fertilizer in the field conditions. So basic functions of the sphere is it break the liquid into droplet which is effectively used on the crop for control different disease and the pest, and it distribute uniformly over the plant, and to regulate the liquid, to regulate the amount of liquid to avoid the excessive amount of the liquid applications in the field conditions, which is further reduce the losses of the fertilizers in the field conditions. So these are the basics function of the sprayer. Some desirable application of the sprayer here. I am showing that the sprayer should be produced in steady streams, so that it can be produce a fine particles in, so that it can uniformly distribute, effectively distribute, and apart from the pressure should be more effective, so that it can reach the foliage and spread entire surface, and the spear should be strong enough, and it can be easily and effectively used in the field conditions. So these are the basic quality of a sprayer. Here I am trying to representing different type of parts of the sprayer, which is um, which is makes a complete sprayer. The different part of sprayer, obviously, first part is very important part, nozzle body, where all the equipment are connected, and sewer plate is there, pressure regulator valve is there, relief valve is there. Apart from nozzle caps, nozzle tip is there. Apart from spray lenses is there, spray gun is there. So these have their own functions, and which is makes the a complete sprayer. So here representing a knapsack sprayer, a different part of the knapsack sprayer, which is associated with the pump, agitator is there, strainer is there, and spray gun is there, and handle is there, and pressure regulator valve is there, which is manually operated sprayer, and it is very popular for small and marginal farmer. Uh, Apart from this, here presenting the nozzle of the sprayer, and it is associated with the different component, uh, which makes a perfect nozzles, which is effectively spread the liquid fertilizer in the field conditions. So basics that functions of the different part of the sphere they are presenting, and these are the nozzle body, which is the main component, which is connected the all the part of the sphere, and And solar flakes, it is an important part which is regulate the liquid uh, during the spraying applications. And apart from this, nozzle disc is there, nozzle cap is there, and the spray gun is there, and which is the part of the lens, and it is it can be adjustable during the operations. And apart from the spray boom is there, and filter is there in order to reduce the dirt particles from the spraying liquid, because if dirt particle is there, it can mix obstructions for the sprayer. Apart from this, overflow pipe is there. Overflow pipes for reducing the pressure or which sometimes reduce the damage of the sprayer. And the relief valves, it is also regulate the pressure within the sprayer. And pressure regulators, it is to control the pressure of the fluid or gas within a range of settings, so that the spray materials can uniformly distribute in the field conditions over the crop field. Apart from nozzle tubes, nozzle spray lens is there for which is handled by a pipe, which effectively regulate mounted at the free end of the nozzles. So these are the basic and major parts of the sprayer, which is um, effectively work during the spraying operations. Here presenting the different type of spray, basics on the volumes. So here high volume spray. First high volume spray is when the spraying is more than 400 liter per hectare. So this is a very large area. Whenever we have covered this type of applications are generally we are adopt. And hydraulic machines are generally used for this purpose. And the hand operated, apart from this hand operated operated uh, spheres, we are pressure regulate 1 to 7 kg per centimeter square. And power operated, we are generally the pressure limit is kept around 3 to 8 kg per centimeter. So apart from the low volume sphere, we are using 5 to 400 liter per hectare. And this type of sphere air strips fan are we are generally used for spraying effectively the liquid. And it is effectively saving the materials and labor also. So apart from ultra low volume sprayer, which is less than 5 liter spray per hectare, and very less amount of the spraying materials whenever we are spraying in a field, this type of spraying conditions we are applying. And it is mainly used by the aircraft or drone. It can be used for spraying purpose. And to control the pest or any other diseases, we generally use this type of sprayer. So main function of the sprayer is we have already discussed that it is hydraulically automized, gaseously automized, and centrifugally automized. Automation is an important operations that makes the liquid into a small fine droplet, and that is we are using in the field over the crops, which will be sprayed uniformly and control the disease and the pest very effective manner. So this is a very important, and this regulate the spray to avoid excessive applications. Also, uniformly spray the spraying materials in the field conditions. So these are the basic functions of the a perfect sprayer. Now come to the power sphere, and the power sphere, it is the range of the pressure is generally used 20 to 55 kg per centimeter square, and this pressure is a huge pressure. We can cover a large area by using the power sphere, and generally power unit to operate this power sphere, we are using 1 to 5 SP per hectare. So apart from, we can use PTU also. PTU means power takeoff. It is direct connected the splines that is connected with the engine, and from there we are getting power, and it is operate this sprayer very effectively operate. So it is a powerful sphere generally used for large area. Apart from the automation systems, that is, we have discussed that pressure hydraulic automations, gaseous automations, centrifugal automations. So automations is nothing but it is a operations that convert the liquid into a uniform size droplet so that it can effectively spray in the field conditions. So the pressurized and hydraulic automations is that the automations where pressure energy is used for automate the liquid droplet, and the gaseous automations where high velocity gases or steams are convert, and it is sprayed in the over the crops and centrifugal automations where centrifugal force is used for making the droplet and or automate the liquid um, materials, which is properly sprayed or uniformly sprayed on the crop canopy or field or the over the field. And low velocity jet backups also there, which is generally used for non-viscous fluid and low velocity steam after emerging from a small orifice tube back into droplet, and the distribute very effectively on the surface tension. Okay. And the droplet size and the distributions, apart from this, the we are generally measured by the BMD and NMD. BMD is the volume medium diameter, NMD is the number medium diameter. So this is very important uh, drop distributions phenomena, that is a medium diameter divided into spray into equal portions on the basis of the number, cumulative length, and the surface area of or volume. So here volume mean diameter, what is presenting that the droplet size is less than the BMD and equal to the less the droplet size more than to the BMD. It should be equal. And apart from this, number of the number medium diameter, the droplet size less than the spectrums. That is, it's divided. That is the medium mean diameter of the droplet divided into droplet spectrum into two halves. That total number of droplets smaller than the NMD equal to the total number of the droplet at larger than the NMD. So it is always VMD is more than the NMD. So this phenomena is very effective for distributing the uh, fertilizer in the field conditions. So here presenting the actual what mean diameter we are taking. The this one is presenting the VMD, and apart from this one is presenting the NMD. So we can easily understand this VMD and NMD. Now we come to the types of nozzles. There are different type of nozzles are there, which are covering area also, that is swept area we call, and this area also reduce or increase. So on the basis of the different type of on the hydraulic energy nozzles, on the basis of the hydraulic energy nozzles, we have different type of nozzles. One is hollow cone nozzles, another is solid cone nozzles, and the flat fan type nozzles. Apart from gaseous energy nozzles is there, centrifugal energy nozzles is there, which is operated by the centrifugal um, energy, and the gaseous energy nozzles are these blow type nozzles, feed gun type nozzles. These are very effectively used in the field conditions. Here I am trying to presenting the angle of the spreading angle of the nozzles. So you can see that how fan type and hollow cone type and full cone type is separate from each other, because this area is whenever we are spraying the 65 degree, that the area is this mass, and for the hollow cone area it covers more area, and when 120 degree it can cover more area. So these are the basics functions. Here you can physically see that different shape of the different type of nozzles. So this is a clear picture about the nozzles that are we are using for the spray. So this is also control the effective use of fertilizer in the field conditions. So this is a very important picture for understanding the how a crop nozzles is influence the spraying operations. So here we are presenting different type of spray guns. Here different types of the spray guns is there physically. You can see which is the regulate the liquid in the which the liquid is passing to the nozzles, and this is also very important part of the sprayer. Apart from the sprayer booms and the nets, it is very important different type of sprayer booms and lenses here presenting very effective manner. You can see, and here presenting different the spray booms of multiple type of nozzles, which is for covering a large area. We can use this type of effective nozzles, and this is very popular in fire. We have to be covered a very large area, and hydraulic sprayer, we can use this type of nozzles. So power required to operate the sprayer are these are the obviously for portable purpose hydraulic, gaseous, and centrifugal energy sprayer we can use, and the for movable and hydraulic and gaseous energy sphere and power sphere and duster we can use, and power operated and petrol tractor engine and electric motor or self propelled sphere we can effectively use. So Doppler spectra, according to the Doppler spectra, this is very important. When droplet size is less than 50 microns, then we can use rotary atomizers type sphere, thermal fogars, aerosol type sphere, and whenever it is around 50 to 100 microns, the gaseous centrifugal sphere, that is leaf blower type sphere, we can effectively use. Apart from 100 to 150 microns, a gaseous centrifugal sphere, rotary atomizer, and ULB, that is ultra low volume sphere, spinning this type sphere and duster we are generally used. Apart from whenever it's come to above 200 to 400 micron, then we are going for hydraulic energy sphere. And 5 to 200 to 400 microns, 400 to 800 microns. Apart from above the 800 microns also, we are use hydraulic energy sphere. So pump use in sphere is generally piston and plunger pump type pumps we are use, and it can effectively use for both high and low pressure. Volumetric efficiency also important. It is around 50 to 90% of this sphere, and the operating pressure is around 2 to 3 bar. So better. So here presenting the this type of piston pump that pump pump for effectively use for this sphere. Uh, there is a piston is there which is both it can be effectively used for discharging purpose, and there are different parts of this sphere pumps is presenting, and it is a spare a design of the fluid and its mechanisms of the agitation of the liquid. There are some spare or hydraulic agitator is provided. So this type of spare is can effectively use where the small and large distance has to be covered. So diaphragm type pumps is there. Diaphragms, it is a movement of operated by the when movement of the sphere. Main mechanism is diaphragms. The movement of diaphragms is less, and the suitable low pressures around 100 kPa. This type of pumps we are use, and this type of pumps are used for distribute the chemical distributions. Different type of different component of this sphere we are presenting here of for effective distribution of the chemical in the field conditions. So nozzles is a very important part of the sphere, which is makes the droplet into fine particles and it spread over the crop. So this is basic function of a sphere, nozzles, and it is pressurize the liquid force into a small orifice, which is further divided into small droplet, small particles, which is uniformly distributed. So these are the basic function of the nozzles. And from different type of nozzles and their users are there. One is suppose hydraulic nozzles. Within this hydraulic nozzles energy, we are using fine hydraulic energy. We are using the different type of nozzles. They are presenting what impact type, flat fan type, for flat jet type, for it have many applications, low pressure nozzles, that is in fact that nozzles, post spray is there. Herbicide applications, it can be used in the spray flat surface. We can going for flat fan type, and the bend for bend spray we can use the flat jet type, and hollow cone, that is foliage springs we can use, and gaseous sphere air blast we can use, the foliage sphere tree and bushes we can effectively use, and centrifugal type spinning these types we we are using this type of sphere. It is generally used for low volume spraying air carrier sprayer we can use, and kinetics Rosen and it is generally used for cold spraying herbicide, and the thermal step cell fogging machines for this treatment inside building and the forest, for controlling the weeds also we can use. So thank you for listening me. Thank you everyone.